Another theory is Jumpman and Lady Pauline, because Lady Pauline had blonde hair. So is Jumpman and Lady Pauline, are they not the Pauline of today and the Mario of today? Are they the parents of Mario, Luigi, and the Pauline of today? Is Pauline a sister? Is she a sister to Mario and Luigi? Is she Pauline's child? Because they don't change names. Donkey Kong kept the Donkey Kong to Donkey Kong to Donkey Kong. Or is it just a time warped Pauline back in the day?
I mean, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I can't follow any of this.
And is this a prequel to Odyssey, basically?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to this episode of the Addison Gaming Podcast, the show where we talk about the games we want whenever they came out, because that's what we're playing. We'll talk old stuff, we'll talk new stuff, we'll talk everything in between. I am your host, Wicked Gamer UK Allen, but on this episode, you can call me Chunk Jump, because what the fuck is a chunk jump? And as always, I am joined by the most amazing co-host in the world, Mike Maldy, the internet's favorite Funky Kong. How you doing, Mike?
Good. How are you?
I am pretty good, thank you.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I was already excited about Donkey Kong Bananza to begin with.
Yeah.
But like watching that direct and then watching the freaking Disney movie musical introduction trailer, I was like, what the heck? I was like, this is like a Disney film. And I love Disney. So I'm like, okay, this is going to be amazing. So I'm super excited. That's all I've been looking at and reading about. And
I think stuff. They have killed it with not only the trailer, but also with the direct. So much to get into with this, because I think there's lots of juicy stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
There's a horde of banana things to talk about,
me?
you might say. Yeah, you heard me. You horde. Horde
of banana.
A horde of bananas. So yeah, we're gonna share our thoughts and reflections on the old DK Bananza Direct that was just released, and we're out of sync, right? This is a couple days coming behind, but that's all part of out of sync. That's fine.
We talk about what we want, when we want, and whatever we want.
It's our show. But before we get into it, Mike, you've been going down the DK barrel of lore.
Because
you know what this all means. So unpack it, because you tried to tell me some of this stuff. I can't fucking follow it, but I'm gonna
try to explain it the best I can. But honestly, I might get it all wrong. So first of all, like, I have never been like the biggest Donkey Kong fan. I did really enjoy Donkey Kong Country. Like that was like the N64 or whatever one, and then like.
So Donkey Kong Country was on that's on the Super Nintendo.
Then
DK64.
And then DK64 was really fun as well. And it was just all of that was really cool and exciting, and I enjoyed that. But I don't know. So I enjoy it. I played Tropical Freeze. I just always felt like the story was lacking to me. I don't. I just something about it just never got me. But I did love like the minecart part with like Diddy and jumping around. That was really fun. So anyway. Flashback 1980 whatever, and so we have Donkey Kong stealing Lady Pauline at the time, and we have Jumpman, right?
Lady, she's a lady
Pauline. And we have Jumpman, and Jumpman is...
Wait, can we just pause there for already 2 seconds?
Yes.
How come they go like, we're gonna call her Lady Pauline, and then they fucking do Mario dirty? You're Jumpman. Like, what the fuck? He didn't even get a fucking name.
But the question is it really Mario?
Okay.
So
cool.
But anyway, so we have that, and then you have Pauline like featured in all these other parts throughout history, like in the Nintendo DS and all this. There's another version of, it is Pauline of today, but it's like Pauline Mario because she gets stolen again, and then it's all about toy making and whatever misunderstanding. But so it's just crazy because. The lore is also the lore of Donkey Kong in general. So original Donkey Kong is now apparently Cranky Kong.
Right.
And
okay. So Donkey Kong from the original arcade game.
OG arcade game.
That's technically Cranky Kong.
It's Cranky Kong now.
I'm with you. Yeah.
But then there was a Donkey Kong Jr. So, and he wore a tank top. He wore like a, what do they call those? A onesie. I can't even think. the women wear them in concerts all the time. What are they called?
Rompers.
No, it's like a bathing suit, but it's called something else. Oh my god, where's my gay card? I can't even say it. Like a
Mike.
I won't
figure it out.
Yeah, it looks like a one-piece swimsuit, and I know there's a word for it, but I can't think of it right now.
I can't think of it either. So
anyway,
I lost my card.
And
too.
he's wearing a singlet basically, and
okay, cool,
like a wrestling singlet, and he's in Super Nintendo, Donkey Kong Jr. He's in the Super Nintendo Mario Kart, right? He's the main character. He's one of the main people you choose in the screen first, the top 8 or whatever.
Right. But can I just clarify?
Yeah.
So with the ones that we have the original arcade one was technically now Cranky Kong, right?
Cranky Kong.
They just called him Donkey Kong because that's what it was at the time.
And then Donkey Kong Jr.
Right. Is now what was being called Donkey Kong during like the Super Nintendo era.
But also there was the one where he had to save his dad from Mario. Or Jumpman or whatever, because the Donkey Kong Jr. would climb up and try to save.
Oh yes, yeah. That's right.
It was just like the original arcade games, kind of.
Got it.
And then there was a math version one that was really tanked. But
so horrible.
Yeah, and that was the end of educational things for Nintendo. So but all the
Donkey Kong
Jr.
Jr. who was saving his dad is the Donkey Kongs in like Mario Kart 64 and Donkey Kong Country.
No.
Oh fuck! No, I'm already lost.
No.
Okay.
So he always had a tank top, like a tank top singlet on. And then, but here's the thing. In Mario Tennis, I forgot which system, but there's Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. You can play as both, so they both exist. And it is Donkey Kong is not cranky yet. He's not as old as he could be. So, and then Donkey Kong Jr. is also in Virtual Boy in the tennis one.
Yes, he is. Yeah, I had that. I loved it.
He has a singlet on. And
oh my god.
Okay, so here's where it gets crazy. He just disappears.
Here's where it gets crazy?
Yes.
It's already fucking crazy.
Because he just disappears. Donkey Kong Jr. disappears. And when you're playing Mario Kart 64, you're playing as Donkey Kong the Third. And there's a part where you can pause in the game and look at the audience. Like, they're cheering you on. There's a bunch of like Shy Guys and Toads and Ghost. And then there's Donkey Kong Jr. in his singlet just in the crowd, cheering you on, but he should be Donkey Kong's dad, and why does he look younger? It's so crazy. So anyway, I think it all stems from Mario and Luigi partners in time.
Oh, here we go.
So there's like a time warp, and everybody's out of sync gaming and whatnot. And the thing is that there's baby Mario, there's baby Luigi. So like everything's messed up, everything's just out of whack. And but the thing is, And then you have to wonder, why is Pauline now a child in this part? The new part, the new Donkey Kong Bananza. Why is she a child? And also, like, what the fuck is?
And she's a rock.
And why is she a rock? And what the thing is, and this is where the Mario and Luigi partners in time comes in. Maybe like she got trapped in this time thing, and now she's a rock, and she's heading to the center of the earth in some of these rooms that just have endless sky. So you're underground, but there's endless sky. So it's so confusing. And so I'm really confused on this. And I'm happy. I'm really excited to see where this lore goes, but I don't think there's any lore. I just think Nintendo's doing whatever they want.
Oh, yeah.
And I think Donkey Kong Jr. failed miserably, and which is why Nintendo decided to retire him and kill him off. So
he didn't bring in no money, so he got go. You didn't earn your keep, buddy.
And there's also this game, and I don't know if it's Partners in Time, but it's a Mario and Luigi game, and there's a character called Bink, or Binks, or Bink, and it's a skeleton that looks like Donkey Kong. So I'm wondering if that's Donkey Kong Jr. He's like a dead person.
Shut up. Can
you
imagine?
A skeleton, like dry bones, but like Donkey Kong.
That's really creepy.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things I'm curious about.
Oh my God. There is like a few things I need to unpack here. One, I can't wait for whoever is like the Donkey Kong lore genius to create this video on YouTube, because I am totally going to go down that barrel and watch it.
So,
is it out there?
There's one out there, and I've watched it. I watched several, but there is one that really gets into it, and I'm like, what? But he's kind of silly, and then he's like saying like so off the wall kind of things, which I'm like, no, he's joking now, but
right.
The main reason that we got out from that video was that it wasn't Donkey Kong Jr. was not doing well as in the franchise, so they just like retired him, and now it's all about Donkey Kong the Third. So
and the fact that there could be like this whole, like where my mind goes, there could be this whole like room inside of like virtual Nintendo land somewhere that's full of skeletons of all their game characters that didn't do well, where they like sent them to fucking die. That is so fucking gold. I love that. That's hilarious.
Another theory is Jumpman and Lady Pauline, because Lady Pauline had blonde hair. So is Jumpman and Lady Pauline, are they not the Pauline of today and the Mario of today? Are they the parents of Mario, Luigi, and the Pauline of today? Is Pauline a sister? Is she a sister to Mario and Luigi? And then this new child Pauline, like 13-year-old Pauline in Donkey Kong, is she Pauline's child? Because they don't change names. Donkey Kong kept the Donkey Kong to Donkey Kong to Donkey Kong. They don't change names. So is this now new child Pauline's child? Or is it just a time warped Pauline back in the day?
I mean, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I can't follow any of this.
And is this a prequel to Odyssey, basically? Because Donkey Kong the Third has existed at this point. Yeah. And so is this a prequel to Odyssey? And I'm just really curious. I don't know.
It is coconuts, because you know, like there are they're like Mario Kart, right? Where there's like Baby Mario racing against Mario, racing against Chef Mario, racing against Dr. Mario. It's like, it is, you're right. The Mario, I love that whole theory. The brothers in time cracked open the Nintendo Mario verse, and everything is
the
like
multiverse
all time
has
work.
been
Exactly.
spit out.
Exactly. And I think, you know whose fucking fault this is? I bet you it's that wizard. What's his name? The turtle. It's Comic's fault. Comic is totally playing shenanigans with the timeline. He's gone there and done his magic, and he's pulled all these people together.
And that's why he's not racing right now. He's just flying around as an extra.
Put that in the whole theory.
He has other things he's doing. He's messing with the timeline.
Yeah, he's messing with the timeline, and he's getting people kicked off into bone prison where they can't be making games.
Then all of a sudden,
anymore.
Deadpool's going to come out, and we're like, what? You know, like, come on now.
Like the whole idea of like the MC universe like folding into the Mario universe would just.
Oh Lord!
Listen, well, hold on. It already has, because Chris Pratt does the voice for Mario,
which I think shouldn't have been. But anyway,
well, yeah, he was a lot better than I thought he would be. It wasn't like the worst.
But I was expecting more of like maybe just a little Italian accent here.
Yeah,
it could have even been Bronx. I mean, more Bronx. I mean, it was supposed to be like a New York one, but it could have been like even like, you know, I don't know. I can't even do one. So.
Oh no, I'm not even gonna try.
Yeah,
I'm not even gonna try. Yeah, you know,
just like a Disa or something. Maybe just this one time would have been okay with me. Like
one Italian hand gesture. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, we'll bring it on. Come on. Maybe move the part 2. Maybe they'll do it. Maybe they'll lean into those roots.
There's also one more theory, and you're not gonna like it.
Oh, good. Here we go. I'm gonna love it. Go for it.
So Donkey Kong Jr. is in fact actually Donkey Kong the Third as well, because of the time warp, the time jump. Like he jumps back goes into the future. Donkey Kong, or goes, Donkey Kong Jr. And then like Donkey Kong Jr. is Donkey Kong the Third, because Donkey Kong Jr. is Donkey Kong the Third's father. I mean, and it's it's because, but it's himself at the same time. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it really blew my mind earlier when I went down this rabbit hole. And he basically jumped into time and then married his mom, and then now he is him, because he with a new branding, like a new disguise. So.
This makes me feel weird and icky and like not really sure what to believe anymore.
Nintendo really messed up this lore, right? By not not continue or keeping Donkey Kong Jr. somewhere or doing something, you know.
Yeah. It's join us back up here in the world of reality, Mike. Come out of that Donkey Kong hole.
Donkey Kong Jr. is here. He's stuck into my hat forever.
Yeah, well, listeners, if you know how to do the Donkey Kong family tree, please draw it out, send it in to us so we can clarify this, because I have no idea who's who anymore.
Why are all these bad guys in Donkey Kong Bonanza? I know their last name's all Kong. Are they all related? Like, what is going on?
Yeah. Who knows? But that Kong world, I mean, it's pretty cool. It's looking really, really cool.
It is.
And regardless of, you know, who I'm playing as or what the third daddy, mama, father, papa, I'm so fucking excited for this game, because like, as you said at the start, like, it was just kind of like, oh cool, there's a new Donkey Kong game coming out, a 3D like thingy, but it is so much more.
It is so much more.
So much more.
There's going to be so
more.
much story in this, and it's going to answer all the questions that I have.
Yeah, well,
and have created.
Or it's just going to send you back down. We're going to lose you forever down the DK lore hole.
Well, there was a point where I just stopped watching videos. I was like, I don't care anymore. And then you just sparked that joy in me again. I was like, I don't care anymore. I was like, I don't care anymore. I want Taco Bell. So
yeah, love it. I love it. Well, if you're just as confused as I am, listeners, let's try to get out of that Donkey Kong hole and talk about the game that we just saw through the old Direct. So I'm going to turn on the trailer and just have that keep playing in the background while we talk, just so we get some visuals here.
Visuals.
Some visualos. And here we go. Oh, can we see that? Or why is it? There
we go.
Great. Yeah, so you were saying, Mike, that the first thing that jumped out at you was the whole singing aspect of everything.
Yeah, at first I thought this was a Pikmin game because of the little rock that was moving around.
Yes, right.
Maybe Pauline's a Pikmin rock.
Oh, no, don't do that.
But yeah, so the singing part really got me. I was like, this is like a Disney trailer of a new Disney movie. And I was like, what is going on? But yeah, I'm totally excited for it. The playstyle looks great.
Yep.
You can smash anything you want to smash whenever you want to smash it. For the most part, it says. You can pick up turf. You can surf on turf. You can whatever you want. Look, there she is as a rock on his head.
Yeah, her little companion.
Little Pikmin.
I think that the whole singing part thing is, first off, it was really pretty. Whoever's singing that, it's just it sounds great, right? It's a really beautiful thing. And I really love how Nintendo is, leaning into, they're always good about bringing music into games and making it an aspect of the game itself, like in Zelda with Ocarina of Time. On other ones that I can't remember at the moment. But like, this is just a really kind of left field way to do it, and such like a destructive kind of thing. You've got this beautiful singing voice that kind of is who knows how it's going to affect the environment, but it sounds really, really cool. Sounds really good.
So what I'm seeing here is, I think this is the wrong trailer. This is the original one they released. Oh wait, let's see. Maybe the rock's going to transform now because she's still a rock.
Yeah,
the trailer I saw, it opens up with her falling singing.
That's
also this trailer. Well, I mean, this is good that you're playing this, though. No, the Direct also has a separate trailer as well.
Gotcha.
But it's good that you're playing this because, like, look how much gameplay there is before she turns into Pauline.
Yeah,
why is she a freaking rock for this long?
Yeah.
Or maybe they're just hiding it and not showing us until that was the surprise in the Direct.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, maybe they just didn't want to
people
speculate that. So cool. So all the singing part's is gonna be really interesting to see how they build that into the game itself, and it's really allowing to create this whole character for Pauline, as you say, because obviously the singing aspect of Pauline happened with Mario Odyssey. When that and Donkey Kong, what's the New Donk City.
Oh yeah. Go ahead and click the Direct one if you will, and we'll just play that in the background.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that one. And what's crazy is that also there is some how do I say, here it is opening up with them falling together and she's singing a beautiful song. But also the thing is, got me, there's one part where you would he's picking up these boxes, right? These wooden boxes that are common in all Mario games and Nintendo games. And then when he's throwing it, in one part of the box in this Direct, you can see it says NDC on the box, New Donk City. And and I'm like, wait, so how is? But she's like the mayor, and didn't she name it New Donk City? She's the reason why. So I'm just so lost. Sorry, I'll get out of this lore.
I think, well, I mean, look, I love it because maybe this is I think somebody was saying in a video, I don't know if you shared this video with me or if I saw it somewhere else, somebody was saying like they're building New Donk City or something.
Yeah.
But like, oh, come on. I mean, Nintendo is not that. They don't connect the dots. I think they love to throw shit in there like that so that we all do this on podcasts and we just go like, what does it all mean?
I mean, we're going Bonanza here, so.
How beautiful does this game look? You can really see how good this looks. It's so cool. And you we originally when we were first looking at some videos of Mario Kart World before it was launched, you were like, you weren't a massive fan of the Donkey Kong redesign. How are you feeling about how he looks in this game?
I'm just wondering if it's Donkey Kong the fourth now. Or
well, yeah, exactly. Is it even Donkey Kong?
He looks more like the movie Donkey Kong.
Yeah, totally.
So,
yeah.
I mean, not the movie, but he looks like more like Donkey Kong in the movie Mario Brothers. So, Super Mario, whatever it's called.
I mean, that makes sense, right? They're trying to align things a little bit more. And then, okay, there was a bit that was shown a bit earlier that was like all the big, what are they called? The where are they? The people who live in each of the realms, the big guardians of the realms. They had like a banana beard that made me feel sick to my stomach. I don't know why.
A banana beard, oh my.
Yeah, there's like one of them that's like this huge gorilla, I guess, but it's one of the guardians because there's like a ostrich guardian.
Yeah.
It made it look like it was like growth or something that it just made me feel really sick to my stomach. I don't know why that kind of stuff really hits me weird. But can we also say go on. No,
I was going to say also this world has like shrines like Breath of the Wild. Have you noticed that with the mini games? It's like you go into a shrine and then when you go in the shrine, it turns into that 2D kind of scroller looking one. And, and then so like they're like, there it is right there. There's a shrine. Yeah. And you go into it. Oh, it's going to dive punch out. But that was a shrine, basically. I don't know what they call them in this game. And then once you enter that, you go to a separate side puzzle game.
Yes.
And then so I'm like, oh, that's interesting. That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that mechanic.
Totally. And that's where they do some of the minecart stuff that you were talking about earlier. I love the minecart.
I feel like there's so many things to explore and do in here. So
I think you're right. I think this is going to be a really big game, which I'm excited for. I'm like, I love getting
I thought
lost.
Mario Odyssey was a big game. So so I think this is going to be about that level, maybe even bigger. I don't know. Because there's so many worlds to explore beneath the Earth's surface that are so big, apparently.
Yeah, and they haven't
worlds
even
that have skies.
It's mind blowing, but I love how they're like, we're just gonna go, but they have their own like world. It's fine, and you go, okay, great. Like I don't need you to explain it. Just why do you have to even wrap that around it? Just be like, just go to levels, right?
It's like this is what it is.
Yeah. By the way, Donkey Kong, should we call him Daddy Kong in this because he's looking beefy?
Okay, all right, into that.
Well, for some Donkey Kong energy is kind of fun every once in a while. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
It's looking good.
Donkey Kong needs love too.
Yeah, totally. Why not? So let's pick up on some of the mechanics for this game, I think, for a little bit. What stood out for you in terms of mechanics that you're like super excited for?
I just think you can do anything. Oh, this was cool. This is a cool mechanic. Like the different types of turf and surf and whatnot. And the different types of like rocks and ground. Like you can stick sand together to make a bridge. So cool. You can, ride your rock around like a surfboard. And then Pauline's mechanic of like singing music, and that's causing, you can find your way, but then also like she can do damage with her voice apparently. As a second player. I'm not sure if you can do that mechanic as like playing by yourself. But
that wasn't very clear either. Yeah.
So no, it's very interesting. I love the just tearing up the world. I love that one scene where they showed you can literally just tear up this whole, like it was like a whole mountain in front of you, and then he just tore it all down. It was like there's nothing now. So I was like, okay, I'll definitely be doing that. And then look, and then there's ice that when it evaporates, it takes you up into the air. So
cool. Yeah,
there's like so many different mechanics and there's so many. I think my favorite mechanic, which hasn't shown yet, is when you turn into other things. Like when he turns into a flightless bird who can fly like an ostrich and then drop bombs on people, your eggs. I'm just like, what the heck? So
it's so stupid. I love
Cranky.
It. Yeah.
So
who is Cranky? Which donkey is it? Who knows?
Cranky's always been the OG Donkey Kong.
He's forever and ever. We know that for facts. That's
there's
fact.
His banana beards for you. They do look kind of gross.
I hate it.
They look like growths on them. Like
it makes me feel sick. I don't like looking at it. one of the things from the movement is really like interesting to me in here, because they've given like Donkey Kong, and this is one of the things I really loved about the Rare games, and from Donkey Kong Country, and then the most recent retro ones, and is that like Donkey Kong, specifically picking up on Donkey Kong Country, it was like really tough platforming, and I really loved that. It really challenged me to
you know what? I think that's why I didn't get into it either, because I was a little younger, and the platforming was very challenging. And so I don't even know if I've ever completed a game, but
that was me. It was like really hitting it a stride when I was like, I'm going to get really good at video games. And that really challenged me. And I think Donkey Kong was either Donkey Kong or Yoshi's Island 2 it was the first game I 100%ed. So I did all the secrets. Yeah, there it is. So one of the things that I'm seeing here that I think is a callback to the Rare games is, even though Donkey Kong's big and beefy and kind of like has a weight to him, they really allow him to have some momentum in his movement. And you can see that here. Like, I feel like if you can chain your moves together, and then on top of it, add those different layers of turning into the bird and then the zebra and then whatever, it looks like they're really going to have you like build like really cool momentum to kind of make some of that platforming in this 3D world seem really, add challenge to it, rather than it just being like, just destroying everything. So I'm looking forward to that aspect of it.
No, yeah, for sure. And then the three things you can turn into. So you got the Bonanza one, basically, where you're just a super powerful Donkey Kong, and then the Zebra one, which is where you're super fast. So because he was able to run over water. And then
Jesus Zebra Donkey Kong, like what?
Yes. And then the flight one, which is an ostrich, which you don't even. Yeah, you're just an ostrich, who can fly.
I reckon there's more. Do you think that's it with transformations?
No, maybe.
I think there's more.
Maybe Pauline can have a little transformation of her own.
Ooh, wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's going to definitely be some aspect of Pauline, more than they've showed us, like,
100%.
Where she's going to have some, like, really cool aspects of this game. Because I think, that's going to be really cool.
Yeah. And then,
go on.
I was just going to say, and then you have the Void Company, who is basically racing you to the core of the Earth's core. Because I guess the answers all lie in the Earth's core. So
for something,
For something. But the Void Company is mining as well, and trying to get there before
I have a question. I have a question about the Void Company. So the one that's the like evil monkey with the V kind of
the little one,
fur or head or whatever. The little one.
They just said his name, but I missed it.
I feel like I've seen him somewhere before. That character seems really familiar for some reason. Oh, is that what
I don't know. He kind of looks like the silly thing in Madagascar.
That's probably what it is.
I can't think of the name now, but
yes, that is exactly what it is.
Okay,
I think so.
I hit it on the head.
Yes, you did. It's definitely it's like aped, pun intended, from another design. Yeah, because it looks pretty familiar there.
So let's talk about like these funny things they've been saying. You have the Banandium, or whatever, gems, and let's see the ancient ruins. There we go. It's the ancient ruins, and this is okay. So we'll go backtrack. The ancient ruins here. They're showing, and then you go and you enter these the shrines, and you go into these little mini gate challenges, and I really like that. Because it's like a new it adds a mechanic. I love this part where you have to figure out
so cool
how are you going to get around. It's like a puzzle. How are you going to get around these little areas? And you have to think outside the box. So and that's how like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom is like. There's many ways to do it, but like this is probably the one way they thought of, but I'm curious to see like how many different ways you can think of.
Yeah, that design choice that Nintendo's been leaning into recently, like, right, you have your main kind of aspect of the game, like the open world part, but then sucking you into these little like micro mini games, but then being able to completely upend everything.
Right here, it looks like, is that New Donk City in the background?
Yeah,
like, what's
exactly.
Going on?
Yeah. But being able to like go into those little micro mini games and do a whole different play mechanic just keeps things so fresh and so interesting and so exciting, and that kind of stuff. In some way, for me, is like the things that really get me excited, because I think, well, what am I going to find? And it speaks to my need to find all the hidden worlds and the hidden little moments, because you think, oh, what is it that they're going to come up with? Yeah, it's so cool. So and all this funny name stuff that you were talking about.
Oh yeah, we have this surf. What is the come on now? Like surf.
Yeah, jump.
You can turf surf, And then you can also just surf.
Surf. Banerjee, is it? Did they call it
you get some
Banerjee?
Bandandium gems or Bandandium chips to get like a and then what I really thought was cool is that there's shops, there's stores, but why isn't Funky Kong in the shop? Because he was in the shop in N64, right? Or one of those games.
Tell me
he was
he didn't.
He was a shopkeeper. So like, why isn't he not the shopkeeper here? So
if Funky Kong's not here, that's like, don't tell me he's been sent to the graveyard with Donkey Kong Jr. Could you imagine?
I don't know.
He wasn't pulling his weight, and they were like, "You didn't sell enough shit in your shop in the Super NES versions. You got to get out of here."
So talking about outfits, so they're changing the outfits here, which I thought was cute. Like I always enjoy it, but also it's like has no effect on my game. But these outfits do have effects on your game. So kind of like in Breath of the Wild and Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. You have the swimsuit, which makes you swim faster and you can swim up waterfalls. And now he has he looks like he had an ice suit kind of where he can skate on ice. So I love that because a lot of times when you have outfits and different skins a character can wear, it's kind of just like pointless. It's just like, oh, it's just for my visual effects.
Totally. And if
this seems like it has a purpose, which is nice.
For sure. And if it's just cosmetic, I never change it. But this, like, as you say, and they look cool too. They're not only
why am I going to waste money on cosmetic things when I have other things I need to do? Like I could buy some more health or whatever. And
100%. Yeah.
And then I also like they have the new like tier system where like, I'm not tiers, but like you can level up. Different aspects.
Skill tree.
Skill tree. Thank you. And you can like you can slap the floor and you can now have sonar on a wider level instead of like, basically it's choose your own adventure. You can play however you want to, upgrade whatever you want. And then we have the teleporters here. These eels who teleport you somewhere. And they also
elevators and the elevators.
So they can take you back. Maybe you have to go back up to maybe you have to go back up to another level of Earth to go figure out something that you couldn't do earlier because you didn't have a certain outfit to do it. And
I suspect they're like, I have no evidence for this. I haven't seen it, but I suspect like to get to certain parts, I think they're going to be connected in a way, right? So almost like a Metroid style thing where you've got to open up one thing to be able to get to another part of a room. So I reckon one elevator is going to get you down to a part of the next biome or world. So you've got to like figure that kind of biome. That's it. Yeah. And the next biome. I mean, I have no idea like what it is we're supposed to do in this game, but I'm already like with this direct going like, give it to me now. I want to find out. I want to just run
it's
around
less
this
than a month
place.
Away.
Yeah, that's true.
This is a day one purchase
weeks.
for me, like I said.
Gonna be. Totally.
It's gonna be one. And I think I'm just gonna buy it digital because
just gotta get in there. Do it.
Yeah, because I don't also have to get up from my couch and switch out the Mario Kart to Donkey Kong and whatnot. And but also, like I said, it's just so expensive. Like digital's a little bit cheaper. So
yeah, exactly. And this whole like
in the UK
aspect
it is, at least.
Here, I hadn't really appreciated the game share option here. And meaning that like you can like even share it to an original Switch. So that the second player can play as Pauline. So it's like what's standing out for me. It's like they're really building a case here for you to keep that old Switch around because then it's gonna. They
still want sales on that original Switch.
Well, that and if you imagine like you've got kids in the family and there's only one Switch too, but they can still play on the original Switch that's in there. That kind of keeps like. I don't know. It just kind of gives value to something that suddenly felt like, oh, the Switch 2 can do everything. Okay, and then hold on a minute. Can we just talk about
this? Is like a nod to the intro of Mario World 64 or Mario Paint.
Super Mario. Yeah, Mario 64. Yeah, that's exactly what it is when they stretch the face and things.
Yes. Yeah. But the thing is, I don't know. Like, look how talented this whoever's doing this is.
Never gonna be able to.
I don't think I'm ever gonna do it.
No,
unless it's like a mini challenge and I have to do it, then
ooh, that's a good idea. Yeah, and I reckon there'll be a tutorial in there. I
kind of want the amiibo.
Yeah, the amiibo's
I want the
cute.
diva dress.
Oh, girl, that diva dress, she was just like so posy and super cute. That was so amazing.
And you also get these letters that I don't know what they do. I mean, all they do is smash things, but every amiibo works with this, which is nice because
that's really cool.
Because and they just amiibos drop balls. And then you can throw balls.
Yeah.
I mean, whenever you need something, and because I'm sure there's areas you can't lift up. Because, like, for example, that magma area,
Yeah.
like if you lift up, you'll probably get lava and get hurt. So you probably can't destroy there as much as you'd want to. So you need to like get a little extra help from some amiibos.
Yeah, it is really cool. And I love that like amiibo could actually just be this thing that they forget about, but they're continuing to like let it have just the right amount of value. It's not necessary for games, but it's also kind of cool and helpful. So you're not feeling like you're missing out if you don't have it, but it does give you that little incentive if you want to like, I've spent, my 30 quid on it or whatever. Can I just say let's just be honest here, Mike. The amount of dicks that are going to be drawn on that like paint thingy.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that. Oh, by the way, Diddy Kong and Dixie Kong were right there.
Yes.
So we know it's not like that far back as a prequel. I don't know why she's here, but as a child. Anyway, but yes, the amount of dicks, the amount of boobs, the amount of things. You know what? Actually, I think that'll be one of the first things I try to draw.
It's going to come from you.
I'm like, look what I did.
Yeah, you're like, Mike, have you played any of Donkey Kong Bonanza? You're, but no, but I've been drawing lots of lewd and rude things.
And I'm like, what? What do you? That's not. It's not a penis. It's Gonzo from Muppets. What are you talking about?
Oh my days! And how are they going to regulate that? Like, what are you going to be able to show your things online or whatever? They've got to have thought this through because.
And I wonder if there's also like pre-made Mario like faces. Yeah, because there was a Bowser and there's a Mario, and I think there was a pre-made Donkey, and you can just start painting him. So I think there's gonna be pre-made things. So that pizza looked way too good for somebody just to imagine.
Oh, yeah.
I'd wonder if there's like a pre-made set thing, and then you can kind of make it your own.
But there's gonna be like, you didn't have the Wii U, did you?
No, but
so in the Wii U,
I know what you're talking about.
There was Wii U chat, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like, but I was so impressed. There were some artists that could draw the most beautiful drawings with just like the stylus and things.
Yeah.
So like that being able to translate into this with like 3D version and stuff. I mean, they are just, I can't wait for the artists to get a hold of this and come up with stuff. Like they're going to come up with some really cool stuff. Really cool things. Yeah. Really cool things. What else was on my list of things that I wanted to mention? Just a little bit more about the side scrolling part. So you remember from like, I think we've talked about this on other episodes, but like in Mario Odyssey, when you do the 2D bit and you'd run and it would like go retro with like the 8-bit style.
Yeah.
I think I might be really excited to see how they lean into that with this. Cause just from the clips they showed of,
it looks like
you say, going
Donkey
into
Kong
those,
Country.
Yeah. It looks just like Donkey Kong Country, and I love those games. So I cannot wait to see what they do. I think that's going to be a really great part.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
And then so like as we were talking about the naming conventions, they like Banerjee and
Banerjee,
Zebra Kong,
Teleporter,
and then
Elevator.
And then there was the announcer in the video goes, and those gold nuggets, they're just called gold.
They're just called gold.
Gold. It's like you stopped at gold. Like suddenly they were like, we've given enough silly names.
There's
out. We
too
need
many
to be
puns.
serious about gold, right?
Yeah.
Like, what was that? They're so stupid.
Those gold nuggets.
So stupid. Those gold nuggets.
Oh goodness.
Oh man, yeah. And I think I wonder like what in terms of the outfits, like how are they gonna like help you along the way, and like what are all the different kinds that they're gonna have? That
I think there's gonna be like a fire one that makes you a little fireproof for the lava parts. We already saw the water one. We already saw the water one where he's swimming. So it's gonna make you a better swimmer. And then here's the part where he destroys that whole mountain. I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's probably gonna be me at one point where I'm just gonna make a big hole, and then just love it. I think there's some joy in just destroying an open world. I mean, there was times in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, I was just like sitting down watching the stars shoot, and just like enjoying the scenery and stuff. And so like, I think you can do the same thing here.
I have a slight hot take. Maybe this could be controversial, but like the first like biome they show with like the bright sort of greenish yellow grass and the sort of
Ingot Island.
Yeah, is it that one? Yeah.
Can I guess what you're gonna say?
This one here, right?
Oh, okay.
I don't. It looks a little over graphic sized or whatever. It's like over engineered in terms of like bonkers colors and things like that. Like it doesn't sit with me at the moment.
Have you ever been to a jungle?
I have never been to a
Helen?
jungle.
It's colorful, okay?
Yeah, no. Like this bit's fine. I just think it was that world. I think
Oh,
that
okay.
initial one, there's something about the way they've kind of like enhanced it
Well, now
for,
I'm gonna not
cartoony
like.
or
Now I'm
whatever.
gonna look at it like how you say. Well, it is a cartoon.
Yeah. No, it's all on me. It's beautiful. It's just my taste. I'm like, I don't know if I love that as much.
One thing that did bug me, and I'm actually watching this now, it's like okay, it's becoming okay, is his fur. It kind of looks like feathers.
It
And
did, yeah.
I don't understand why they took that route with it. And how they make him look, I don't know, it doesn't look like fur, it looks like feathers.
Yeah.
And I'm curious on why they chose that graphical element. And
Yeah.
it bugged me at first, but now I'm kind of liking it now. Yes, it's
It'll
okay with
grow.
me.
Do you know, it's kind of got those vibes. Like, remember when Zelda, the Wind Waker came out, and everybody's like, oh, it's cartoonish.
Yeah.
But like, actually, Nintendo is so good at creating graphics that actually stand the test of time and look really good. Like, they just know how to do this. So it'll grow on me, and it eventually will come around. The music,
Yeah.
can we talk about, there was music straight from the original Donkey Kong Country games. And did you hear the rap is back?
The what is?
The rap. Do you know the DK
The Donkey
rap?
Kong rap.
Yeah, it's back.
Okay,
It
cool.
was really quiet, but it was like in like sort of towards the end of the direct, you can start to hear them play it. I am like,
okay.
yes, come on Nintendo. This is amazing.
Yeah,
It's
that
going
was
to be
nice.
so
That's
good.
nice.
Because you were saying like you like to sit in Zelda Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild and watch the stars and just kind of be in the environment.
Yeah,
My
just listening to the
original
music and whatnot.
Yeah, my original version of that, such as my original version of ever doing that was with the original Donkey Kong Country. David Wise was the composer, and the underwater music is so beautiful. It is just like, if you haven't heard it before, go remind yourself,
go
like
back.
Turn it on. It's incredible. That is such some of the best music in video games ever. It's just beautiful and like calming and chill, and like, yeah, he's a legend. So they're bringing back some of his score, so that's really, really good. Really
that is good.
Yeah,
I love it.
What else? What haven't we talked about?
There was some things in my head that I was thinking about while you were speaking, and then I forgot.
Oh,
but
I hate it when that happens.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm excited for it. It's definitely going to be. The game looks massive. Oh, one thing I was going to say was in Ingot Isle. Like, I'm wondering if the elevator takes you above Ingot Isle at one point, and you're like, oh my god, am I just a biome in this? I'm not actually on the top of the Earth's crust. Like, surprise, you are a one part of this world as well. Like you aren't the main outer crust. Like,
oh, I see. Yeah.
And then you just end up in like, I don't know, Mario Odyssey, because you're in the stars. So, but no, I was just curious. I was like, when you start on Ingot Isle, are you truly at the top of Earth's crust? You know?
Oh,
like,
I see. Is that the first layer?
Is that really the first layer?
Right,
Do you know, or is it all you think of because it's all you've known? So.
There was an aspect that seems weird to me that, like, well, not weird, but it'll be interesting to figure out what it is. But like, so the Guardians, the Elders, that's what they're called. They're called Elders. Why is it that the Elders' transformational power is directly connected to Pauline singing? Like, I'm trying to figure out that leap, but it just seems weird. It just seems something.
Is this like Gorillas in the Mist? Is she? What's her name?
Jane Fosse.
Jane. Yes. Is she her? Is this the version of her?
Yes, they have. This is Jane Fosse. This is her origin story. I love it.
Origin story, yes, as Pauline.
Oh my gosh. Origins. Diane Fosse. It's not Jane Fosse. Diane Fosse, I think, is her name.
Diane Fosse, whatever her name is.
Get it right.
Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, all of that. It's like that plus Interstellar, with like, all the kind of weird,
Diane Fosse.
all that. Oh, it's like all these different weird aspects from film and life and everything coming into, show up in Donkey Kong Bananza. But it is a bonanza, right? It is.
It's
bonkers. It's gonna be Really good. So on a scale of 1 to 10, Mike, how excited are you for Donkey Kong Bonanza?
I'm gonna say a 9.8.
Oh, sugar! You are like
I'm
right
almost
there.
100%. Well, I'm so excited because I want more. I want Nintendo exclusive games, and I only
Yeah.
have one. So
Yeah.
like Nintendo Switch 2, I mean, and
Yeah.
I have one game, and I am like ready to like have an exclusive,
Mm-hmm.
you know, Nintendo game. So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
super excited for that. Something new, and I feel like I'm going to sink in a lot of hours into this game. So
Yeah. This does feel like it almost feels like this should have been a launch game, but like I get so I think
so
Nintendo's
did
trying to
Metroid
paint
Prime 4. You know.
right. Well, but apparently it's out now. I saw that
Oh
on the London
yeah.
Tube today in
Did you
Oxford
see it
Street.
live? Like it says
Oxford,
out
yeah,
now.
it's in
They haven't
Oxford
fixed it
Circus.
yet.
No,
Did
they're
you
not
take a
going to.
picture?
No, because it was like super crowded and stuff. I was like,
Oh.
it's fine. But like, I know Nintendo's probably leaning into that playbook like they did with the Switch, the original Switch, where they're like every month there's going to be something that's going to keep you coming back to your Switch. So that I appreciate that momentum. But this, I think what you say in terms of wanting that Switch 2, this feels for me like I'm really gonna like the new Switch 2 is finally here, if you will. Because Mario Kart World is great, but it just feels like more Mario Kart. It doesn't feel like the new exciting
It doesn't feel fresh. It doesn't feel
thing.
new.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
And
it's
also
it's a
give me
great
back my
game, but like
underwater levels. I want to race
some
underwater, damn it.
somebody please give him the underwater levels so you can shut up about it. Give it to him. No, I want you to have them, Mike. I want you to
Thank
have your
you.
underwater levels. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Yeah. So yeah, I think I'm definitely there. I think I'm probably between an 8 and a 9. I mean, I'm very excited.
I am excited, yeah.
Yeah, very excited. I think look, this looks like this could be up there for probably one of the games of the year nominations when it comes to the Game Awards. I don't know why I'm saying that right now, but you got to play it. But it just looks like that really big, epic, quality Nintendo game that you just know is going to be so good.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they kept this secret really.
Yes.
They kept it really good, and they kept it well hidden because, like Pauline, that was out of left field. So
yeah, like you said, when we
I
watched the
mean,
original
but
trailer,
it's
it was like
not
a rock the whole
really when
time.
you think of it. Like Pauline is originally from Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
So like how. But like nobody clocked it, I feel like. Unless there's a video out there I didn't watch that nobody clocked Pauline in this. So
oh no, never would have done. I wouldn't. I mean, it just feels like it's a total left curveball from Nintendo, which is great. I love it when they do that kind of stuff, right?
I'm also curious on what's Diddy Kong and Dixie Kong's role because they do show up for a minute. It's like not even a minute, for like a 2-second clip in this direct. And so I'm curious, are they going to be unlockable? Are they going to be playable characters? Or are they just kind of like side helpers, or like they just kind of come and do something really quick and then, I don't know. So it's curious to see what else is going on in this.
And it's interesting that going back to the transformations, and the fact that earlier at some point in this video you see that Rambi's there. So like, remember you could ride Rambi in Donkey Kong Country, but then like there was an ostrich in the original Donkey Kong Country that you could jump on and do like a sort of like hover float. So it's weird. It's interesting that they've chosen to like make Rambi a character, but then one of the transformations be the ostrich or something.
I bet you he comes and helps eventually.
Yeah. Oh, you mean the
he'll be something that you can ride again or something.
The ostrich or
no Rambi?
No, you can. It's because there's points in the video where you're riding Rambi and he's got these like it's pretty quick, and it's one of the parts where you can kind of see Diddy and Dixie. But Donkey Kong's riding Rambi, and it almost looks like he's got like these two like jetpacks that look like DK barrels, like sat on there. Like I feel like that's going to be maybe a propulsion thing or something like that. So there's just so much to eat up in this direct that I mean, just come on, release it. I want to play it now. It's so
and
really
the fact you can find discs to get some more music, I like that too.
I think they're gonna and then this is totally gonna be music that they're gonna release on, they have the Nintendo Music app now, right?
Oh no,
did you not know that?
I don't know anything apparently.
No, so Mike, so much. Nobody else knows lore like you do from Donkey Kong, so that was a
or just spreading rumors. This is how it feels to spread lies. I feel it's just so blissful to spread rumors and lies and falsities.
Yeah, so they've got there's the Nintendo Music app. You can it's free, and then I think it's free to listen to or whatever. But basically, every so often they're just releasing like soundtracks from Nintendo games.
Cool.
Yeah, you should check it out. So this is definitely they're going to lean into that for this. Look how I mean, just so cute.
And those photos,
really,
those
really
are photos
cute.
taken during gameplays. That looks epic.
Yeah,
it seems like they are, at least because that's how they're advertising it. But
and there's something about a little thing that just stood out for me now when watching this bit, where they saw a close up of Pauline on his shoulder there. That for me is a callback to when you would like partner up. I think it was mostly in Donkey Kong Country 2 when you would have Dixie jump on your back as Diddy and you'd help each other out. So I feel like there's a little bit of that DNA that's like come through.
What's that other game where you're playing as? Is it Crash Bandicoot and something else? And here you have something else on a bird on your back.
Oh no, that's Banjo-Kazooie. I think
Banjo-Kazooie.
Yes, yeah. You've got Banjo's the bear and Banjo. Is Kazooie the bird? I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
Is that PlayStation, Sony?
No, that's Rare. That's Nintendo. That was on the Nintendo 64.
Oh, it is Nintendo.
Oh, you can play it. You can play it on your NSO Nintendo 64.
Wow, I'm so bad at it. Whatever.
No,
I know our podcast turned into just a Nintendo podcast. Eventually we'll get into other things, but this is all that matters right now. So
yeah, thanks for hanging in there, listeners, while we talk all things Nintendo.
All of
out of sync Nintendo, maybe. No, there is actually, and just on that note, because I'm really excited when we're back from because we're off to Glastonbury next week. When we're back from that, I've got all July before Donkey Kong Bonanza comes out. I'm going to go deep into Expedition 33. Claire Obscura Expedition 33. That's like a beautiful French
I thought
RPG.
we were going to do that other game that takes place in like New Orleans or whatever.
Oh yeah, that one could be really good too. Oh yeah. We need to sneak one of those in.
What was that one called?
That one is South of Midnight. Yeah.
South of Midnight.
Yeah, we could do that. I'm happy to jump into that. Yeah. Let's do it.
I can do either. So because although I play Mario Kart every day, I've already got like over 50 hours into it. I'm ready for something new. I'm like, okay, I'm Mario Karted out. So
yeah, I think I'm gonna stop sharing this now.
No worries.
I think South of Midnight's probably the one to play because it's probably not as long as Claire Expedition 33. So we could probably get through that in a couple of weeks before Donkey Kong comes out, and then we jump into that. So yes, that will be the thing that we play.
Love it.
Gonna be real good. Well, quick and dirty episode this time. Well, it came into almost an hour, but I think we just had to jump on and share our excitement and be schooled on that delicious lore. Thanks, Mike, for that.
I was making up shit, so
I'm here for it. I mean, like, if Nintendo's just going to make up shit, why can't we make up shit?
Yes, I mean, they need to release an official lore, like a book, please, because now it's getting confusing.
Yeah, like, you can't see it here, but I've got the Zelda Encyclopedia. It's
I have one, yes.
Have you got one? Yeah, they're like, something like that for Donkey Kong, I think deserves it now because you need to set the record straight, Nintendo. If you're listening to this, Doug Bowser or Nintendo or whoever you are, give us the correct lore because
need canon. Is this canon? This is it, what's not canon is what we need.
Well, a DK barrel cannon barrel, whatever. Yeah. Okay. You see what I did there? I'm trying.
Yeah. Different definition, but yes, we got there.
I'm making up words.
You're giving me all that bananergy.
Bananergy, yes.
All that bananergy.
I am going to serve bananergy. I love it. Cool. All right, Mike. Well, tell the listeners where they can find us on socials if they haven't already.
Yeah, on socials, you can find us at Out of Sync Gaming Station on Twitch, Out of Sync Gaming Station as well on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then Out of Sync Gaming on Instagram and TikTok.
Nice. And if you want to send us any messages, what do you think about Donkey Kong Bonanza? Are you excited for it? Or is it a day one purchase? Are you a bit meh? You're not that excited for it? Let us know either way. Comments below in this video, or you can email us at gamers@outofsyncgaming.co.uk. That's gamers@outofsyncgaming.co.uk. Share us your thoughts about Donkey Kong Bonanza or anything else. Ask us questions. We will answer them in upcoming episodes. If you're watching this on YouTube, please make sure to like and subscribe. We are growing our subscribers. That is awesome and wonderful. We love you all for subscribing to that. It's just really helping us get more exposure and share our ridiculousness with other people around this world. So thank you very much. And I guess that leaves us to say, for now, until next time,
play the games you want to.
Bye.